And now I'm here with another very good friend of mine, Bernie Anderson. Bernie actually owns 90% of this golf course we're sitting at now, and that's how I met Bernie, is through the golf course. And in actuality, Bernie's the one that told me about Dr. Julius. Bernie has a story that there's many of you, particularly you men that are over 60 years old, you're going to be interested in. Bernie, I appreciate you being here. My understanding, 4 or 5 years ago, you were diagnosed with prostate cancer. Is that correct?
See? Yeah.
Okay. Your PSA, the normal PSA is supposed to be between 2 and 4, right?
Yeah.
What was your PSA?
25 and 26, the two tests when I had the test to
Right.
see what was wrong.
And they, and what did they want to do? I mean,
Well, they done a biopsy to see, because they figured it's prostate cancer because I was having problems. And one test come out positive for cancer, and then they wanted to do a chemo or a surgery or something. I said, no, I want another opinion. And so I went to another doctor, and the doctor there said, well, you couldn't do a biopsy or a surgery on it because the PSA was so high and that cancer was small. So they said there had to be other cancers. So they started checking for other cancers and end up cancer ribs, 4 ribs, front and
Right.
back. And then they wanted to do something radical,
the whole thing.
chemo
Yeah.
and that stuff. And I said, no, I'm 75 years old. I don't want all of that. My sister just died from cancer and went through the chemo and stuff. So I said, I'm gonna go home. And they said that the prostate cancer would not kill me.
Right.
So I went home, and they,
But how about the cancer in the ribs? In the bones? That was
they didn't say much about it. I cut them off. When they told me I had it,
right.
I'm done. I didn't talk to them anymore.
Okay.
I come home, and my friends started on me a natural thing. They got me to drink a noni juice, which is something I'd never heard of and tastes terrible. And one friend of mine, his uncle and him had done the stem cell thing in Nicaragua, and he talked me into doing it. I had nothing to lose. So I went up and Dr. J and done the stem cell thing. And then about, it was 3 months, the doctor wanted me to come back and check the prostate and just stuff the PSA and
Right.
stuff again. And the PSA in 3 months had dropped to around 2, from
Wow.
26 to 2. And I'd done the stem cell 2 times. A year later, I'd done the stem cell again because I was feeling so good. And for 2 years, the best I'd felt. Working construction all my life, I had a lot of aches and pains.
Right. You're still drinking noni juice.
I still drink noni
That
juice.
Terrible tasting noni juice.
Yeah.
That's a plant that actually grows here. We have several here on the golf course. And you have to let it rot, don't you? I mean, pretty much ferment.
And soft. Yeah, it smells like
okay.
rotten.
But the stem cell therapy that you went through within 90 days, I just want to make sure I got this right.
Yeah.
You went from 25 to 26 PSA. Did they scan your bones again or no?
Yes, because I went back in the PSA, and he said he couldn't believe what had happened.
Right.
So he went and they checked the organs. The organs were clean. So we checked the bones again, went through the machine, and that stuff, no sign of cancer anyplace. And the PSA, as far as the prostate, they didn't do anything new. Another prostate, it's just that the PSA dropped
Right.
to 22 or 2.
I have said it all along. It's some of the stories that come out of Dr. J's clinic, nobody's going to believe. I say in the beginning of this video that when you walk in, it's not the Mayo Clinic, but I guarantee you there's miracles happening at Dr. J's office. Bernie, I believe, is one of those, and Dania is going to be one of those. The clients, I've brought down 20 clients now to Dr. J. We have people with degenerative disc disease that could only stand for 3 hours a day. They now stand and work 8 hours a day. They have absolutely no pain whatsoever. We have a gentleman with peripheral neuropathy where the nerves just go to hell in the legs and the feet. He has no more pain anymore. His feet still bother him a little bit. He'll go through another process. So I don't know how else to convince anybody looking at this video that this isn't something from a fiction book. This isn't a fairy tale. This is happening every single day, every year at Dr. J's clinic. So If you know somebody, if you love somebody that has a problem, that has a debilitating disease that heretofore they say you cannot cure this, tell them about this, please. Have them get on the website, look at the website. Bernie will be on there, Daniel will be on there. You're also going to hear from a young lady that has multiple sclerosis. She does not have multiple sclerosis any longer. I know that people are going to say, oh, that's impossible. It's not impossible. You're going to hear in her own words what she went through and how she feels. So I appreciate you watching the video, and I wish you all the best. Thanks, Bernie.